How do I calculate my ROI? What exactly is ROI on my marketing investment? And how do I go about even starting to build that out for myself? Welcome back to the talk show. I'm Andra Hedden, CMO of Marketopia, and today we are talking all about ROI. So this is something that we get asked at Marketopia often by partners. How do I calculate my ROI? What exactly is ROI on my marketing investment? And how do I go about even starting to build that out for myself? And so I'm really excited to just talk through this with you. We want to break it down and make it easier for you to understand. And then I want to talk through ways to make sure that you're capitalizing the best on your marketing spend and that you're spending in the right places. So really quick, you may have caught the IT Nation sessions that we did last week. If you didn't, I want to share this really quick clip with you. CEO of Marketopia, Terry Hedden, many of you know he was an MSP and grew his MSP exponentially and then ended up selling to a strategic printer services buyer here in the Tampa Bay area. But I want to give you a second to catch this quick clip on him walking you through lead value and the ROI on your marketing investment and really the best way to look at the value of a lead to you. So check this out and I'll be right back with you.
So I want to start working on your business, investing in you. I want you to be honest with yourself. Get out a piece of paper, your phone. Don't check your email. Get out your calculator. You see, we're going to start building a plan for you to achieve your goals. We're going to start off by really understanding your numbers personally. Go back to that dream. If you're operating on a one-time recurring revenue or annual recurring revenue valuation, if that's what we're going to work backward from, what do you need your business to be worth? You see, for most of us, our personal wealth target, where we want to be when it's time to retire, is very much tied into the value of our business. Our personal wealth target is almost the same as our business value target. That's your PWT, or personal wealth target, and is the same oftentimes as or close to your business value target. So what's it for you? What do you want your business to be worth and when? Because we're going to take where you are today and turn that target, that dream, that goal into an expectation. It's not that complicated. We're going to kind of march right into it, but I want you to start with that number. What year and what number does it need to be? All right, now that we have that, I want to really talk about how we can build that plan. We're going to create a plan right now that's going to turn that dream into an expectation. The first thing that we're going to do is subtract the business value target from where we are today, right? What's the gap? What do we need to generate in terms of the gap? And we're going to divide that by the number of years remaining. So I want you to do this exercise with me right now. You see, at the end of the day, that's the amount of revenue that we need to add per year, ideally at that recurring monthly revenue number, so that we can count on it to be there year after year. So we're going to run through this exercise. And again, I want you to do this with me right now. I want you to take the business valuation target you had for yourself. I'm going to have an illustration here that may or may not match with yours. Again, I want you to do this for yourself. At the end of the day, in this example, we have a $10 million business value target. And where we are today is at $1 million. And we want to achieve that goal within 10 years. We know that to do that, we've got to add $900,000 per year. Now, what's your number? How much revenue do you need to add per year? And I'm going to ask you that question with one caveat, which is whatever that number is, you can do it. You absolutely can do it. I don't care what the number is. If you do what it takes to achieve that goal, you will achieve that goal. So now we know the total annual revenue we need to get. In this example is $900,000 per year, but we're going to start that number for you. We're going to start figuring out how many customers that really translates to. We're going to get our average revenue per client. We're going to take the annual revenue as we have as a company and divide that by the number of active clients we have to get the average annual revenue per client. Now, again, I want you to do this number for you. You see, everyone's number is different, and I want you to focus on average. A lot of people get caught in caught up in the what ifs, right? Well, what if the customer's small? What if the customer's large? It's easy to perpetuate an average. In fact, that's the default. You're going to get some big ones, some little ones, some ones that leave quickly, some that stay forever. So we're going to really focus on averages now. So now we're going to factor in your average revenue per client. So at the end of the day, in this example where we're operating from, and you're going to do this for yourself right now, you have $1 million starting point. In this example, we have 40 customers, which means our average annual revenue is $25,000 per client. Now, again, I want you to do that for yourself. So with that, you're going to figure out how many clients you need to achieve your goal. You're going to take that annual revenue that you needed per year, the $900,000 that we talked about. You're going to divide that by your average lifetime revenue per client to get the number of customers you need. So do this for yourself right now. The annual revenue that you need is $900,000 in that example we were working from, but again, yours is going to be different. You're going to divide that by the number, your average annual revenue per client. In this example, it's $25,000, which means in this example, I need 36 clients per year addition. So what's your number? How many clients do you need to achieve your dream? Now, the next step in the process is to simply take the number of clients that you need to achieve your dreams and figure out how many leads you need to get them. We're going to take the number of clients that we need, and we're going to divide that by our close ratio in decimal form. And that's going to get us the number of leads that we need to achieve our dreams. So in this example, to achieve our dreams, I need 36 new clients per year, and I have a close ratio of 25%. So, as soon as I get 144 leads per year or 12 leads per month, I am on track to achieving my dreams. I'm doing what it takes to achieve my dreams. In fact, those dreams are now expectations because that I know on average, if I get 144 leads per year, I'm going to close 36 of them. And on average, that's going to produce $900,000 in recurring revenue. And I'm going to do that every year for the next 10. I'm on track to achieve my dreams. And that's exactly what I want for you. So the reason most people struggle to buy those leads is because they don't appreciate how much they're worth. So they're not willing to invest what it takes to get them. So now that you know how many leads you need to achieve your goals, I'm going to help you figure out what every lead is worth to you. What is my average lifetime revenue per client? I'm going to take that average annual revenue per client, and we're going to divide that by the number, or multiply that by the number of years I keep a client on average. And that's going to give me my average lifetime revenue per client. So in this example, my average client gives me $25,000 in revenue, and I keep them for an average of 10 years. That means my average lifetime revenue per client is $250,000. Now, to find out what every lead's worth, the next step is we're going to find out how much profit a client gives us over time. Now we know the revenue, it's $250,000. You should know that number for you right now. What is your average lifetime revenue per client? All right, so let's take that and let's figure out the average lifetime profit per client. We're going to take that revenue per client and we're going to multiply it by our firm's net profit percentage when we factor in owner's compensation and corporate profit. That's going to give us our lifetime profit per client. So let's do this for you right now. My lifetime revenue per client in my example was $250,000, and my company's net profit percentage, including my income, is 15%, which means my customers are each worth $37,500 in profit per their life. So if I get a customer, I should assume that it's going to be an average of $37,500. That's right. Every time I get a customer, it's the equivalent of putting $37,500 in your pocket. What we've done right now is factored in that we don't lose clients very fast. We keep them for a long time. So that means that every customer is worth a lot. We're not going to think about it from a monthly perspective or weekly or payroll to payroll or even yearly. We're going to think about the value of a customer over their lifetime with us. Now, of course, not every lead you get is going to become a customer. So we're going to have to figure out what a lead is worth based on real math, your math based on your numbers. We're going to take that average lifetime profit per client, we're going to multiply it by our sales close ratio in decimal form. That's going to give us the value of a lead. So in this example, each customer is worth $37,500 and we have a 25% close ratio. That means that every lead that I get is worth $9,375. We've started to apply the logic that has gotten us to where we are today to the sales and marketing portion of our business so we make better business decisions. Now, what's that lead worth to you? If you haven't done this math, I want you to do it. Do it for yourself. Do yourself a favor. Whether you're a sales leader or a business owner, figure out what a customer is worth and what a lead is worth. Because that is the only way your analytical mind can win. You're going to put the same analytical process that leads you to make so many amazing decisions in your life towards something you don't truly understand in sales and marketing. You're going to make better business decisions. You see, you now know that every lead is worth $93.75. So if you have a marketing or a sales organization, a marketing organization in terms of lead gen, you're going to be able to have a bogey. You know that if every lead is worth $93.75, you should be willing to spend up to $93.75 to get one. And you're not going to be immature and short-sighted in your vision. You're not going to have a month-to-month criteria. You're going to have a long-term perspective on your marketing decisions. You know that a lead that's generated today that becomes a customer is actually worth, even if it doesn't become a customer, it's worth $93.75. And if you close it and become a customer, it's worth $37,500. Now you understand the value of marketing. Now you understand the value of a salesperson that can close, in this example, 25%. So what are your numbers? How did it work out for you? What's a lead worth for you? For most resellers, the value of a lead is somewhere between $4,000 and $20,000. That's what a lead is worth. That's why the top 1% of MSPs, the most profitable and successful resellers in the world, invest a great deal of their revenue in marketing. You see, spending $1,000 or even $2,000 on a lead for some MSPs, the ones that are struggling, is just unbelievable. Not something they can comprehend. Savvy MSPs understand that if I give $1,000 to a marketing company for a lead, that is the equivalent of putting $8,375 in my pocket. So I'm going to be willing to invest whatever it takes to get a lead, right? I know what a lead's worth because I've done the math for myself. Now, if you struggled following today, I understand it's a difficult forum. Hopefully you've been able to do this, but if not, give Marketopia a call. We'll actually go through this with you for free. We'll help you figure out what your numbers are so that you can start making better marketing and business decisions.
So what'd you think? Pretty good, right? So it helps you just to drill into thinking about your own numbers. Like Terry shared, everyone's numbers are different, but it's extremely important for you to understand for your business what every single one of those looks like so you can drill into the value of a lead and what that profitability looks like for your business in particular. So one of the things I wanted to touch base on before we conclude is as you're working through this, so Terry did a great job talking about how many leads you need. Hopefully you now have a better idea of how you can think about achieving success in your business. You have a little homework. If you don't know those numbers, take that equation back into the business and talk with your other executives or even just do the math problem on your own. Once you figure out that lifetime value of a lead, as Terry mentioned, do not be afraid to spend for lead generation. Where many MSPs fall off the rails is even when they start to take marketing seriously, which I hope you are, and I hope that's why you're watching this. Once you start to take it seriously, you're still not ready to spend. And spending anything seems like too much. But I would urge you, this is an investment in your business. And again, nothing happens until a lead is created, right? Your sales team has nothing to do. So I want you to really be thinking about and getting comfortable with spending to make. right? We've got to spend money to make money. And in order for that equation to work for you, you've got to get comfortable with really investing in your marketing and lead generation tactics and strategy. So once you figure out those numbers, I want you to then think through the best places to spend. So not everyone, again, no business is the same, and where you're going to want to spend is not going to be the same either. So some things might work well in your region of the US, whereas others it might not work as well. So it's really important at that point, once you understand the value of a lead to you, when you really start building out that marketing campaign strategy and you're really wondering where to spend, if you don't know where to spend, turn to us. We'll help you. We'll consult with you. We'll help you better understand what works in your area and where you need to start, because some businesses might already have a starting point, a great website, some paid ads going, maybe a great brand and a reputation in the area. Others, we might need to start a little further back. So it's very important that once you know what to spend, that you start really making an audit of what you've got going on, and then you start spending in the right places, and then examining, looking at your strategy, making sure it's working, and tweaking it along the way. So I hope that this really helps you determine the ROI and what you need to be doing inside of your business, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Talk Show. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments field, or you can email us at thetalkshow@marketopia.com, and we will answer any questions that you might have, as well as if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover, share that with us, and we'll be sure to make an episode just for you.